Yeah, you know what
It must be great to be Batman.
Batman, we love you!
Thank you. I'm blushing super hard under the mask.
Batman!
Pray God.
Thanks, Batman!
Yeah,
I can only imagine he's going home right now to party the night away, surrounded by friends and lady activewear models.
Hey, computer. I'm home.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Animation Station podcast. This is our Cartoon Cafe episode. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Lego Batman movie from Warner Animation Group, which we just saw tonight on opening night.
Yes.
And we're going to break it down for you guys. This is going to be filled with spoilers. We're not going to hold back. So if you want to wait to listen to this, that's just fine. Just make sure that once you do see the movie, you do download this and listen, because it's going to be awesome.
And I'm Josh.
I'm Gavin.
You forgot to introduce it at the very beginning.
Well, it doesn't have to be at the very beginning.
It always needs
If
to
they're
be
listening to
beginning.
this, they know who we are.
What if they don't?
Well,
Hello, listeners.
then they do now.
Okay, so
So we just got back from the theater.
yeah, and we came here
Mhm.
to get some delicious foods because it is 10:30.
10:30.
So now, first off, let's go ahead and start with the elephant in the room. Well, in the diner.
Okay.
I was promised a Star versus
Oh,
the Forces
yes.
of Evil little thing where Star and Marco were going to tell you to get off your phones.
Now, was that going to be at AMC theaters?
I don't know. I don't know where it was going to be. There was a
'Cause
thing
they all
that
have
came
their
out
own
from
pre-show
Disney. That just
things.
came a thing from Disney, and that just said Star and Marco are going to be at the beginning, telling you to shut up.
Yeah,
But
so it could have been
it
at
never
other
happened.
theater chains like Harkins or Lowe's or other things like that.
Lowe's?
Yeah, you never heard of Lowe's theaters?
No.
Okay. I mean, there's tons of theater chains
I know of
around
Lowe's,
the
the
country.
hardware store.
Tinseltown,
Is there a Home
Cinemark.
Depot?
Maybe, dude. It's not spelled the same way as Lowe's home store, whatever it
Home
is.
store.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, so I was very sad that we didn't get to see your little Star and Marco piece. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
But we got some interesting previews
We got
going into it.
We got like two good.
So we got the
previews.
same old Despicable Me 3 trailer that we've seen a bunch of times now, which makes me excited, but you not so excited.
It looks dumb.
And we saw the full Smurfs trailer.
That looks good.
And this is finally a Smurfs movie that I could see myself watching because it's not Smurfs in the real world. It's actually Smurfs in Smurftown. Where do they live?
Smurf Village.
Smurfburg?
Smurf Village.
Okay, Smurf Village.
It's not.
And
You don't have to put Smurf.
You're
in front
all
of
in
everything.
the... I kind of think they do.
Yeah, but it's just Smurf Village.
Okay.
It's not Smurftropolis or anything. They live in freaking mushrooms.
In Smurf Valley, in the state of Smurf.
Anyway, yeah,
Philadelphia.
we saw that we saw that preview because I gotta stop that. I don't know if you're just gonna keep going.
Yeah,
we
it
saw
looks
that
pretty good.
preview. It looked good. It looked
Yeah.
really good. Then we saw a preview for. Well, we started off with the preview for the Nut Job 2,
Oh my god.
which didn't know that the first one made enough money to warrant a sequel.
I didn't even know the first one ever came out. It's
Yeah.
Not something that would interest me. Interestingly enough, the lead character being Will Arnett, who's the lead character in the movie we watched. I thought that was interesting. And that he's purple as a squirrel.
He is purple.
Purple squirrel. All the other squirrels were normal colored, but he's purple.
You know, he has to distinguish
Whatever.
himself.
Whatever. And then we saw, Power Rangers.
Oh, dude.
The live-action Power
that
Rangers.
hit me straight in the nostalgia and made me want to rip out my nostalgia and throw it on the floor because it looked so bad.
It just trashed it, huh?
Ugh.
From my perspective, it's on the same level as anything Power Rangers have ever seen.
No, because there's good
Not my
Power
thing.
Rangers, and then there's garbage Power Rangers. This was definitely high on garbage Power Rangers. Bill Hader's in that movie. He can't save it. Can't save it.
What is he in that movie?
He's Alpha.
Is that
Yeah,
voice?
he's like,
the-
ay, ay, ay. Yeah. He's
Okay.
the robot
Okay. I
man.
gotcha.
Not Zordon. I don't know who Zordon is. But
No
Alpha's in
clue.
it. Yeah, it's.
So we got a smattering of hit or
What
miss
else did we
trailers.
see? Oh yeah,
tonight.
we saw another Boss Baby.
Oh yeah, Boss Baby.
And then something with Bobby Moynihan. What was that? He was a voice in something. It was
Was he
Bobby
not in
Moynihan.
Boss Baby?
No, he's not in Boss Baby.
I think that's all the trailers we saw, man.
I don't remember.
If you think of it,
I don't remember.
Shout it
I
out.
don't care enough.
yeah. Let's move on to the main course. The Lego Batman movie from Warner Animation Group. Let's do this. Let's talk about the things that we didn't like about this movie first, and then we'll talk about the things that we did like. So, what criticisms do you have right off the bat
No,
for
you go first.
this movie?
I
Okay,
think
I can
I'll
go first. I can go first. So, my biggest criticism is that they tried to pack too much into this movie. It is filled with countless characters, and there are many, 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 many events that happen in this movie. I felt like the story could have been a little more streamlined, and so there were points where I did get lost and was asking myself, wait, what are we doing right now? And a lot of that is because of the differences in the way you and I watch movies, where I'm really absorbed in the artwork the very first time I watch. You're more of a story guy, so you may not have had any of those problems that I did, but as somebody who was, I guess, not 100% focused on the story, there were many parts where I kind of got lost at what we were doing. Not that any of them were that important, because it's, for the most part, it is very straightforward what's going on, but just those little things like, wait, why are we going where we're going right now? I got turned around a few times. Other than that, I really can't think of anything that I disliked enough to even talk about.
Okay, going off of what you said, I didn't feel any of that.
Okay.
Like, I thought everything was just enough, because even though they were throwing a lot of stuff at you, a lot of stuff is meant to just go over your head. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, or be like quick one-off jokes.
Exactly.
Which
the movie is chock full
filled
of one-off
with that
jokes
stuff,
and
yeah.
Batman Easter eggs.
Oh, yeah.
It's all over the place. But, yeah, I didn't feel that I was never lost, because each thing set up something in the story. The only problem I didn't like, the only thing I didn't like the beginning. I thought that was a bit... I didn't like the way that the movie started.
Like the opening scenes?
Yeah, the opening
where
scenes
it's
with like
kind of setting up where he is, like, personally, emotionally, and all that.
No, not even that. I'm talking about the very first, like, the whole fight bit.
Okay, I can't remember exactly how it starts.
There's a big, huge fight with, and
oh,
they
that's right.
introduce all
He's like,
of these
I'm Batman.
random-
I'm winning, and
like I hated that. Like,
Why did you hate that?
Because it didn't feel like it fit. I mean, we know that this is the Batman.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only thing we see from the Batman from the Lego movie,
Right.
where he's just like almost insufferable.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that Batman. I liked Batman when you see a little bit of backstory with him.
Right.
When he's like, oh yeah, because like when he looks at his parents,
Mm-hmm.
and then Alfred tells him, it's like, what are you afraid? Like, he asks, like, what are you afraid of, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you're like, oh yeah, he doesn't want to lose another family. You
Right.
get that, like, boom, right there.
Yeah, that is kind of when it all, like, cements as a story.
Yeah,
and
that's
from
and
there
that's
on,
and that's at the
it's
very
really good.
and that's at the very beginning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, I like this. And then the thing happens with Barbara. She comes over, and then we meet. Then you're like, oh, okay, so these are the people that are gonna start.
Right.
I just didn't think that opening bit where they're just like, oh, look, this is Batman just beating the crap
Well,
out of
for
everybody.
me, it was kind of setting up the fact that, yeah, he's got all these victories, but they're kind of shallow,
they're
hollow
hollow,
victories, and his life is kind of hollow. Like, it's all kind of meaningless, and it was all kind of too easy.
Yeah, but then they did it again, though.
Yeah, no,
Like, they give it to you at the beginning, and then they give it to you again.
Yeah.
And it's like, one of those is redundant. You don't have to show me
come
that
on.
he's...
I mean, Batman as a character is redundant. I mean, it's just the
What do
same
you mean
story over
Batman
and
is-
over and over and over.
What the heck are you talking
It's just
about?
some sort of villain thrown at him, and they battle, and then
Okay, here's
the
the
next
thing.
thing
You
is
know
there's
nothing
another
of
villain
comics,
thrown at him.
so... And animations, like the,
I mean,
the
okay,
series,
but I've
so-
seen a lot of the movies, and they're all basically the same thing.
Yeah, but we're not talking about the movies.
We're talking about a movie right
Yeah,
now.
but we're talking about the comics and animation. We're not talking about the live action stuff. That's not what this podcast is about.
But this movie referred to
Yeah, it refers
all
to
of that.
Yeah,
throughout.
which is fine.
I'm talking about Batman as a character, as a
You can
thing that
say that
exists.
about every superhero.
I know. I totally agree with that. So that's what I'm saying is, like, to me that didn't stand out as anything. It just was, that's kind of the superhero pattern. It's just like good guy, bad guy, fight. Good guy, bad guy, fight. Good guy, bad guy, fight. There's story woven in between, but that's what it is to me. And that's probably a reason why I'm not a big superhero guy, because I just see it as all very samey. You know, they can have different powers or like a different backstory or different whatever, but to me it's all kind of the same. And probably a lot of the stuff I like is all the same, but it's stuff that I like. Like having something be redundant that's something you're already not interested in, I don't know. That's just kind of my perspective on a character like Batman. But what they did in this movie that I think they did well was play off of every side of Batman. So like if you're a Batman fan, there was tons to be entertained by, and if you're not a Batman fan, there was tons to be entertained by, because I feel like they played every angle you can play in this movie.
Yeah, like we were talking about, like they throw so much, like so many pop culture references in.
Oh yeah.
Batman references. The best one I thought was they had Billy D. Williams play Harvey Dent / Two-Face, and it was original black Harvey Dent from the first Batman movie.
Oh, is
like,
that how it is?
Yeah, because
okay.
Billy D is the very first.
Oh, I didn't realize
Harvey
that.
Dent, yeah.
I did not
And
realize
it's like,
that.
cool, Billy D.
Nice.
So yeah, they kept him in there.
That's
I thought that was really good.
Yeah. So before we
There were Doctor Who references in the movie.
Oh yeah, there was references to Harry Potter,
yeah,
like everything.
Like Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Everything.
Yeah.
I did like the bit where when the Joker's introducing like all these different all the different characters. He's like, and these British robots, ask your nerd friends. I'm like, I got you, I got that reference.
Yeah, totally. So just to kind of finish the your original point, is that
that's the only
opening
problem I have
sequence
with the movie.
the only problem?
I think the story's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously it's predictable because he's gonna
yeah.
these guys are gonna be his family at the end of the movie.
I didn't think it was going to be a kid that he adopts that becomes Robin. Is that how the real story goes?
Yeah.
Or I guess one of the real stories, because there's a million.
No, I mean it's always the same though.
Okay, I didn't realize that, and
yeah,
I kind of
Dick
liked
Grayson-
that. I kind of liked how that played out.
Yeah, with Dick Grayson, his parents fall to their deaths at Haley's Circus, and he adopts
Chris
them.
O'Donnell.
No. Yeah, so
But that's
his,
the right
his
story I'm
parents-
thinking of, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
his parents fall very much like how Mufasa falls, and Simba's like, no.
So his
You can
uncle
just, like,
did it?
tell his uncle. The mob, kind of.
Okay.
Well, that's kind of iffy who did it. Depending, that's
I sidetracked you. I didn't mean
that's a
to.
timeline thing. But yeah, so like, his parents die, and then
Okay.
Bruce is like, this kid.
So I gotta
gets him.
say, I really loved the Robin character in this movie.
He's great.
I thought they made him so like adorably cute with
you
his
can't
big
not like him.
anime eyes and these little glasses, and the fact that he's just so energetic and enthusiastic about getting to be adopted first by Bruce Wayne, and then thinking that Batman lives underneath his house, and then thinking that they both adopted him. He's got two dads,
even the
and one
Joker
of them's
does
Batman.
that. Even the Joker does that. He's like, so Bruce Wayne, or is like, so Batman lives under Bruce Wayne's.
No, he said what he said. He says, so Bruce Wayne is Batman's roommate.
Sorry, I was like, yeah, sure, go with that. That was good.
That man. So for me, I think like Robin was kind of the best single character in this movie.
Yes.
Batman. Will Arnett's performance
Batman.
as Batman was awesome. It's just like it is in the Lego movie, but more of the same. You get to see a broader emotional range because we get, like you said, we get a lot more of that story, and there's kind of a softening effect that happens towards the end of the movie where he's, he opens himself up. He's not so guarded, and so, there's that kind of nugget of victory at the end for the audience. Like, ah, yes, we get some emotional reciprocation happen here, and that's nice. But for me, yeah, I loved Robin. I loved Barbara Gordon's character. I thought that was really well done. Alfred was kind of just Alfred. I think it was funny that they put him in a costume and in battle scenes at the end.
Well, that happens.
Does it really?
Yeah. There's a lot of times where Robin, especially like it happened a lot in the '66, where Bruce Wayne and Batman had to be at the same place. So they would literally put the actor who was...
Oh my gosh.
And you could tell, it looked like an old man in a suit. and then Adam West would be there and was like, "You got it, Commissioner." And it was just like, oh man. Oh, why?
So
why would you do it?
So sad. So, like character-wise... Man, they threw everybody in there. I mean, every Batman character, especially all the villains, there was dozens and dozens and dozens of villains thrown in there. You had all the famous ones that a person like me would know. And then you had all the crazy, rare ones that only Super Batman fans, I guess, would know, like Polka Dot Man, Condiment Man, like just really goofy.
Egghead was in there. He's
he was. One. He egged the bat symbol, or the spotlight, so it couldn't shine up into the clouds. But I thought that was impressive. It got a little much in some of the scenes where it's like, oh my gosh, are all of these characters, or is some of it just crowd? I can't tell, because I think there might have been over 100 characters in some of those scenes that were all part of the battle. I mean, it was epic.
Yeah, and then when we go to the Phantom Zone,
which I thought was cool.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, because that van that pulled up was the Phantom's own laundry service.
Shout out to the Phantom. But yeah, so when they go to the Phantom Zone, and then you see all the other Lego toys. So you've got, that's where you get Sauron and
King Kong. I
like the little Agent Smiths.
Yes, they were awesome.
Really
I totally agree. I forgot about them.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and the Velociraptors and everything. I thought that was really, really cool.
I thought it was neat too. I like that they didn't play the thing that the Lego movie did, where they went to like the different brands of Legos. They really just went with different kind of franchises, like they showed you Voldemort from Harry Potter and some of those things, but it wasn't like, oh hey, here's all the Western guys and here's all the Knights and Cities guys, and they didn't do that. They didn't make Ninjago jokes or Bionicle jokes. It was all just about characters, and I kind of thought that was cool that they kept it character based. So, what did you think about the animation in general? Did you like what you saw? Did you like as compared to the Lego movie? Like, do you think it was on par, or do you think it was better or worse?
No, it was pretty much the exact same. I mean, I didn't see any sort of difference really between the two.
Well, I think they attacked it a little differently because they used a lot of other effects that the Lego movie didn't do. The Lego movie was really going for, they wanted it to look like animated Legos in every way, like the water and the explosions and everything was made out of Legos, where in this movie they did a lot of smoke effects and actual water
His
effects
smoke bombs are really cool.
And things like that. So for me it was different on that level, but when it came to the actual sets and environmental design,
there was actual like water and everything like that, which
it worked. I mean, it didn't stand out.
No, I mean, I thought it was fine.
Yeah, it was just a stylistic choice.
Honestly, I like this better than I like the Lego movie.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, again, it's so full of references. I mean, the Lego movie hits on nostalgia because you look at the toys and you're like, oh, I had that toy,
Yeah.
But the Batman one, it's like, and I mean, it's way more dear to me than, just regular Legos.
Sure, I get that. I think that the environment design and the set design of this was pretty freaking awesome. I loved what they did with Wayne Manor and the Batcave. I thought all of that was just fan-freaking-tastic.
If they sold Wayne Manor as a
As
set,
like a
I mean,
$5,000 Lego
it would
set?
probably be about like $300, but it would
be
be
more than that.
so cool to have it.
Oh yeah, especially if it could have those like little LED like chandelier lights
Yeah.
and stuff that were in there. I thought it was just gorgeous, and if you could have like the little portraits on the wall, they could be like stickers or whatever.
Yeah, they give you stickers. Just on the wall.
Man, just such a good job designing that whole area. And the Batcave, I thought the Batcave was
Batcave was
really
cool.
cool. It had everything that you kind of want it to have. It had all the bays for the million different types of bat vehicles, including the Bat Kayak, which we saw.
Bat kayak, yeah.
The
The Bat Shuttle looked really, really
that
cool.
looked
I was
awesome,
like, "Ooh, the
yeah.
Bat
That looked
Shuttle."
really cool. And then, his little conveyor belt of bat suits, but then
Mm-hmm.
like alternate costumes, which is where Robin finally gets his, which started out as what, Reggae Man is what
Yeah,
it
it
was,
was originally
with
Reggae
the
Man,
R,
yeah, with the
and then
R.
he just nixed the like wig and the woven hat and decided to
takes
just
the pants off.
do
Yeah.
the suit and then rips the pants
Well,
off.
it's really
and that
cool
was
because
great.
like in between like the Reggae Man is like the suit from, I think it may have been like the animated series suit is what it looked like.
the blue one.
The blue one.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the Reggae Man was like the Batman Beyond suit.
Sure.
So
sure.
watching those, I was like, oh yeah, they're including everything in there.
They really did. I mean, so you had tons
They even
of
talked
visual
about
references.
Bloodhaven.
What, was that a real
That's a
thing?
real
I
place.
assumed it was, but it was lost on me.
When Dick leaves, and that was a good joke too. Like, my
Oh,
name's
yeah.
Richard Grayson, but all the kids at the orphanage just call me Dick. It's like, yeah, kids can be cruel.
Kids can be mean.
So it's good.
Yeah, it's so good.
But no, like, yeah, when Dick leaves, and because he's fed up with Bruce,
Yeah.
when he leaves, he goes and becomes a detective in Bloodhaven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah,
That's kind of where Nightwing works out of. He works out of
that's
Bloodhaven.
where this movie has something for everybody, because it has so many things that were funny and iconic for a person like me that I was entertained from beginning to end. I was laughing from beginning to end. And then there's also those nuggets for the real Batman fans. There were probably tons of things in there that
I can't even. I have to watch it again.
Oh, yeah.
Just to go in for those.
I mean, it's probably one of the most packed with references and Easter eggs movies I've ever seen. Because, I mean, even there were tons of things that I saw that I knew had to be a reference to something. I just, didn't know it, but it was like clear. It's like, okay, they're referring to something. They talk about the movies, they talk about the original TV show,
Jerry
they talk
Maguire.
about the comics, they make fun of Jerry Maguire.
I love that. That was.
Oh.
It was so out of left field.
I know,
And so
it totally
he's like,
was.
He's like sitting in there, and you're like, oh, cool. He's got a whole.
That was an awesome
And then it's
home
like just
theater,
like
man.
boom. It's like, is that? Yeah, that's Jerry Maguire. What's going on? And then I like when the Joker takes over his cave,
Uh-huh.
and he's like showing him he's like, I found your DVDs.
Yep.
He's like, Must Love Dogs and Marley and Me. What was the other one? The last one?
Oh, what was it?
I can't remember.
Gosh, I can't remember.
Dang, it was
There's
good.
too many references to remember in this. I think I told you this in the car ride home. I like Zach Galifianakis' performance as the Joker because he didn't try to invent some new Joker character, which I feel like a lot of the Jokers have tried to carve out their own niche as I'm this new version of the Joker.
Yeah.
And I think he just played it as a villain, not specifically
Did he-
trying to do anything out of left field.
Did he do a laugh?
Yeah.
I mean,
it wasn't like he put
It
on
was just
a
like, ha, ha, ha,
voice.
ha. It wasn't like a.
It was just-
he didn't do
Yeah.
his own Joker laugh.
No,
That was pretty cool.
I liked it. I
'Cause
thought that
everybody
was
has
good
their own
because the
Joker
animation took care of all that.
Yeah. His teeth were really cool.
I like them.
It's
The
re-
little
it's,
pointy
it's,
teeth.
and it's really cool how much Batman's face can emote when it's just like a mouth slit and the white eyes.
Yeah, they would change the eye shape, which would help. But yeah, I agree. And Will Arnett's performance was just great.
I also
as
love
that.
how they had Ralph Fiennes in there, and not as Voldemort,
Yeah.
as Alfred.
yeah.
That was pretty. It was like, so Ralph Fiennes is in there.
Yeah,
as
Voldemort
Alfred.
didn't even have a British accent.
Well, Voldemort was Eddie Izzard.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's so funny that he did. Oh gosh, yeah. There are a million people in this movie. You guys should look up the voice cast in it. I mean,
Channing Tatum reprises his role as
freaking
Superman.
Brent Musburger's in it, and I mean everybody's in this movie.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So
It was.
I think we were both really entertained by it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. Other than the weird part at the very, very beginning.
I mean, I think I agree with you. I didn't say this before, but I think I liked this better than the Lego movie.
Yeah.
It was funny.
What did I give the Lego?
And I don't remember what you gave. I think you
remember.
gave it a higher score than me.
I don't think so. I think you gave it a higher score than I did.
God, that was our last episode. We can't even
Yeah,
remember.
I think I gave it a 3
Okay.
or a 4.
I
don't remember.
I don't know. I think that this movie was incredibly entertaining. We had a mixed audience. There was like
There were-
20-something nerds, and there were
And by
older people.
Not 20 actual nerds, but like 20-year-old
nerds in their 20s.
Yeah.
And
then
then
we had
there
that
was-
guy and his like 7-year-old daughter.
Yeah, there was like dads and kids.
Uh-huh.
Like little kids, and then I feel like there was some like middle-aged people
Yeah,
that
that were just,
maybe
like,
they
sitting
were
in there.
like old school Adam West fans
like,
or
"Oh,
something.
Batman."
Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't very many people there, but it was a very mixed audience, and I feel like it sounded like people were entertained. I heard people laughing
Oh, dude,
throughout.
the guys sitting next to me, those were like the 20-something-year-old
Yeah,
nerds, and they were laughing the whole time.
Oh, it was filled with laughter, and so I think it appealed to people of all ages, and I think there may be some things that might be too intense for really little kids, but not really. I mean, only if they're afraid of dark colors and intense action.
Yeah, I mean,
I
no
mean,
one dies.
There's no violence really in it. It's just toys hitting each other, really.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I would recommend
like,
it for anybody.
even when the lava comes down
Mm-hmm.
and it hits that cat, the cat's like, I'm okay. And when they take over the plane at the very beginning of the movie,
Oh, that was
they
a cool
strap
scene.
a parachute on the guy that they throw out the plane.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, like, no
He's
one
cool,
gets
he's
hurt
good.
in this movie,
Pretty much. I tend to agree. So I
which is very
think
rare for a bat.
It
I
gets
did
our
like,
recommendation.
I did like in the car, like when they get in that beginning bit right before the Riddler attacks.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I like that guy. Hope nothing bad happens to him.
And then he's singing that
He's
little
like,
song. He's
"Nothing
like,
bad ever
nothing
happens to
bad
me."
happens to me.
It's like, oh no.
That's just the death knell right there. So, all right, you want to rate it?
Well, first off,
Okay.
this movie has one thing in it that was absolutely perfect from an old Justice League and Super Friends type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Both of the Wonder Twins were in this movie
Really?
in the Justice League party.
Okay.
Both the Wonder Twins are there, and I'm like,
Nice.
you had both the Wonder Twins?
Nice.
Therefore-
oh, we didn't talk about. I think it's important for us to talk about. I love the fact
Stealing my
that.
thunder.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Did you have more to
Go ahead.
They play off that whole rivalry between Batman and Superman,
Yeah.
and so it's just that the way they did that was great. And then he also makes fun of Iron Man in it. Like his password to the Batcave is Iron Man sucks, which I think is hilarious.
I love how they
and
got
then
Siri to be Pooter.
the whole story about Siri.
Siri-
Actually,
actual Siri
was
as-
the computer in the Batcave.
And I
so that's
love
great.
how he just called it Pooter, too.
Yeah,
It's like, Pooter.
But then the story between him and the Joker, and the way the Joker didn't feel respected by him and just wanted Batman to tell him that he hated him.
Yeah, it's like
that was so good, I thought.
It's totally a love story.
It kind of is. It's like
Yeah.
an anti-love story in a way. But it's so
It's a
great.
hate
It's
story.
like, you need me to be your main nemesis for this whole thing to work. And when Batman realizes that at the end... Oh, and I just thought of one more criticism I have. But the whole realization that Batman has at the end that, yes, okay, you need to be my arch nemesis, and then, we can kind of fulfill our destinies, so to speak. I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, that was very much a killing joke type thing, and that's been like one of the strong talking points between the Joker and Batman for years.
Yeah.
Is it's like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
They need each other. Like, Batman needs the Joker to be the Joker
Yeah.
and put the city in danger, and the Joker needs Batman to try and stop him. And I mean, and you can hear more about that if you listen to the very first bonus episode we have. I think it was episode
The Killing Joke.
2 or 3,
Yeah.
where Oliver and I talk about the Killing Joke.
Right. Absolutely.
Plug.
I think they were
Not really, it's
smart.
on the podcast.
They were smart to heavily use Harley Quinn because she's such a popular
Which is
character
Jada
right
Slade.
now. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and she did a great job. But I think that was a smart move. But I thought of one more criticism I have before we start to wrap up here. The resolution, once that bomb goes off and Gotham is splitting apart and is about to like sink into the earth or whatever, their resolution of like snapping together as Legos, like foot on top of head, and creating human chains and then flexing their abs to bring Gotham back together. To me, that was a little too hokey, and that was something I was just like,
well, no, that's just how you know it's a kid playing with toys still.
Yeah,
because
that makes
would be
sense.
their solution. And that's like the only time too where we have that, you know, zoom out shot of the whole Lego city, and they just go beep. That was very much Lego Movie.
That is actually a very interesting point because I never considered while watching this that we're in the same universe as the Lego Movie, and that is just a kid playing with Legos. So from that perspective, I take it back. That works. I like that.
Because if you think about it, because I mean, a kid's gonna be like, yeah, Batman's awesome, and it's just gonna be Batman's awesome, and Batman talking, you know, himself up because he's Batman. And Batman doesn't need anybody.
And he has a 9-pack.
And he has a 9-pack.
Yeah.
Which, what? He's got a 9-pack, and even the fact that he calls it Pooter, and because it's like you could say computer, but you're like Pooter, you know. So it's very.
Right.
And how you would think that, you know, just asking, hey Batman, or hey Bruce Wayne, will you adopt me? Yes. Congratulations, you're adopted. It's like Great Expectations up in here. People just happen to give people to people.
Right. Okay, I like your point.
So
there. That's really good.
So if you think of it like that, going into it, and you're like,
that makes perfect sense.
And the same thing with, you know, that's how this kid would know about all these different Batman things, because he's seen the movie, or he knows of the movies and everything like that.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
Chris O'Donnell.
I like it. All right, let's rate it.
So yeah, but like I was saying before you stole my thunder.
I'm sorry, the Wonder Twins.
This has the Wonder Twins in it, so automatically anything that has the Wonder Twins gets a 5. So I give this 5 Dipper Pines.
Are you serious?
Yes.
What is it about the Wonder Twins? I don't even know what they are, really.
Dude, they were part of the Super Friends. There's a brother and a sister, and some stupid monkey who just kind of was there to carry the brother around.
You have a predisposition to hating monkeys, though.
Yeah, I hate monkeys.
They don't stand a chance.
But yeah, there was the Wonder Twins, and they would go form of, and they would hit their little rings together. And one of them, the girl, she would turn into any animal. Any animal that she wanted to. She'd be a cheetah, whatever.
Okay, right.
Kind of like a mini Beast Boy. Then the brother, he could only turn into water-based products.
Okay, so like ice, snow, steam.
Exactly.
Okay.
Water, like a bucket. He could literally turn into a bucket of water, and that's what the monkey would do.
So he would actually have the bucket too. He wouldn't just be the water in a bucket. He would
like
be the
bucket. Well, I mean, yeah. So the monkey would grab the bucket, and he'd be able to like carry him to places.
Wow.
It's so dumb, dude. But it's the Wonder Twins, and this movie is great. So this movie gets 5 Dipper Pines.
Wow, high praise. That is awesome. I really liked it. I liked the animation. I voiced my slight criticisms of the story. Just I felt like there was a little bit too much going on at times. But this is a solid movie. I liked the animation in the Lego Movie a little better. But this is really, really far up there. And I did like this movie as a whole better.
They mentioned the Lego Movie too.
Did they?
Yeah, there's the scene where what's his face, the guy is like the reporter guy. They're like, what could happen with the city? What could this do? And he's like, Gotham City is on 2 plates, and if they break, they're gone. It shows a bit of the original Lego movie,
Mm-hmm.
it shows when what's his face?
The
What's his
main
name?
guy, Chris
What's
Pratt's
his
character.
name?
I don't remember.
Falls into
I've already
the
forgotten.
like he's got the battery strapped to him,
Yeah.
and he falls down into the whatever that tube
Onto the
thing
floor.
is called.
Oh, yeah.
It shows that, and it has like the vortex thing, and it shows him
Oh,
attached to the little
yeah.
battery going
That
down.
was what that was.
Yeah, so there's still it is connected,
Yeah,
so it's got to be
I
the
like
exact
it.
same kid playing with
I
Legos.
really like
Maybe
how
it's
they're
his sister.
connected.
Who knows?
Yeah, with
But
her-
no, I think it would be him because
Yeah.
there's no.
or
it is
him
a-
and his
it is
dad
a-
together.
It is a platonic relationship,
Yeah.
which that's one of the things I don't like. I do not like.
Yeah, there's not enough romance for
no, no,
Josh.
no, 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 no.
Oh.
I don't like Barbara and Batman getting together
Oh.
because that happens in weird time.
Mhm.
I hate that. Needs to
Nice.
get with Catwoman, Selena Kyle,
Okay. Nice.
who was in this movie for like a hot minute, and that was it.
All right. Yeah, that was really
She says
fast.
meow once, I believe,
Yeah.
and that was it.
All right. Well, I'm giving this one not quite as high as you, but I'm giving it a solid 3.5.
3.5.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can't even break a 4.
No, it's not quite a 4 for me, but yeah, it's really good.
What'd you give the Lego movie?
I think I gave it a 3.5. If I had to,
I like how you like this movie better than the Lego
well,
movie.
yeah, but I only
they
have
get the
so
exact
many
same
places
thing.
to go, and it's not quite a 4
No,
for
it
me.
does. See, you
3.75.
Your rating system is so jacked because you compare movies to other movies. Just compare the movie to
You're telling
this
me
movie.
to compare it. You're saying if I liked it better than the Lego movie, it has
No,
to be
no,
higher.
But what I'm saying...
Don't get frustrated, Josh. It's all good, man. It's all good.
No.
It's just, I give it a 3.5.
Your rating system is so stupid.
Well, it's
it
mine.
Makes
You
no
don't have to
sense.
use it.
I'm
You
good
don't have to
because
use
it's
it.
so jank.
Jeez. Somebody needs to go to bed.
You compare everything to Pinocchio. It's like
No, I don't
I only
compare
have
everything to-
5 things that are the number 5. Everything else is garbage.
Well, there's only so many things that I've seen that I would give a 5 to so far. I'm not saying that something comes up, I won't give it a 5. Because there have been things on this show that I've been introduced to that I've given a 5.
Yeah, I know. And it was an anime.
Yes, thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I watch good stuff.
All right. Well, even though you didn't like my rating of it, that's fine. I stand by it. I think I gave it a good rating, but I think we're wrapping up here. It's getting late. I'm going to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna be a tired little boy.
That waitress is giving us the
But
stink eye.
yeah, we got to get out of here. Leave a big tip.
I don't think she liked that we brought the microphone in.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
The last one didn't care.
Yeah, well, they'll get over it. Anyway, I had fun doing this. I hope we get more chances to do cartoon cafes
Boss
in the future. Boss Baby's a likely scenario. Maybe a little Cars 3 in June if I can get you there. We'll see. But yeah,
Smurfs.
Smurfs maybe.
Is Smurfs in March?
I don't remember.
I don't
I
remember
can't
either.
remember what the date was on that one. But anyway, I think that's about it. So for the Animation Station, I'm Gavin.
I'm Josh, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Josh L. Kane.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Gavin Otteson Art.
You can follow the podcast on Instagram at Animation Station Podcast, on Twitter at Animate Podcast. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us online at www.animationstationpodcast.com. You can find all of our episodes on iTunes, Stitcher, and you can go to the website and click on the little podcast tab, and you can listen to everything. Share and like and subscribe.
And don't forget about our contest and giveaway that we're doing for Audience Appreciation April. Look for our posts every Wednesday to find out how you can get involved in that and possibly win fabulous prizes
That we totally have picked out.
that we will have picked out by the time April comes around. So, all right, man. I had fun tonight, and I think we're done.
Yep.
Night, Josh.
Night. Check, please.
Yes, we did it. Pretty cool, huh?
Why did you build this thing with only one seat?
Because last I checked, I only had one butt. Let's go defeat the Joker.
Woo! We're going on a family trip. I can wear my costume too.
Well, luckily for us, you left your costume back. Oh, Nope, under your clothes. That's perfect.